going on, dudes and dudettes? So yes, a 2026 four-star linebacker in Xavier Griffin did commit to USC on Sunday, which is pretty cool. Obviously, I think he's one of Coach Henny's guys, even though he's on the defensive line, so maybe he's going to transfer to the defensive line, play outside linebacker or edge when he gets to college. But yeah, it's a big-time get for that 2026 class. He could probably move up to a five-star as well. That's how talented he is, so hoping for the best in this situation. At least they can try to keep this other Georgia player to stay on and be committed, even though it's going to be over a year from now when he can decide where he wants to go. But at least it's moving forward in the right direction with future classes. And also there was another four-star player in the 2025 class. His name was Jaden Perlotti, and it looks like he was on that visit too with Xavier this last weekend at USC, and it looks like Scott Schrader of USC has put in a new prediction for him to switch. I think he was committed to Georgia, so switch from Georgia to USC when he does make his new commitment coming up soon. So that's some pretty good news too. Maybe USC made a great impression on a guy in the 2025 class as well, so that's big time too if they're able to get a guy like this that maybe they weren't in the running for as of a couple months ago. But it's always great to hear. And I know Scott has been wrong pretty recently, past couple of predictions here and there, but it's not his fault. It's what he's hearing from people close, and then all of a sudden something changes and happens at the very last second. So it's not always his fault, but hoping for the best in this situation, as I always like to say. And there was the 2025 five-star defensive lineman, Elijah Griffin. He recently put out a top three, and it looks like USC made one of those three schools. I think they're in there with Georgia and Miami as well. But yeah, he's a big-time guy that they had a lot of high hopes for, especially to add with those other guys that were committed, those other 4- and 5-star guys. But maybe it looks like USC is going after some more high-caliber guys in Griffin and also Xavier next year too. So yeah, this is looking pretty good so far. Hopefully they can get a couple of these commitments, and hopefully they stick as well for not only this class, but the future classes as well. So looking forward to seeing what the outcome is for this USC recruiting class. And Team USA played their first game of the Olympics for basketball. They beat Serbia with Nikola Jokic 110-84. They pretty much handled this game down the stretch in the fourth quarter and the rest of the game. So yeah, congrats on this victory. I know LeBron had a near triple-double. He had like 21 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. Even Kevin Durant came off the bench finally for Team USA. He didn't play at all in the exhibition games or anything leading up to this, and he exploded for like 20-plus points and was, I think, perfect from the three-point line as well. So yeah, that's just how strong Team USA is, even when one of the best guys just barely comes back and playing off the bench. I don't even think Tatum got into this game, which even Steve Kerr said after the game that he hates himself or is disgruntled with himself for that happening. It shouldn't have happened. So hopefully everybody gets to play, and we'll see how this goes. But yeah, nice way to start off the Olympics. I know I want to do a quick update on some of the more bigger teams I'm following. I know the men's team in soccer lost their opening match to France, the host country, like 3-0. I think in that first half they had them at a goose egg, but then they just gave up 3 goals in the second half. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but they did bounce back in their next game against New Zealand, and they got that victory 4-1. So that's good. At least as long as they win their next game, or maybe even draw, then they should be fine. But hoping for a victory in the next game to at least bounce them in to the next round. And I know the women's team ended up winning their first 2 games on the soccer side as well. So yeah, congrats to them. I'm pretty sure they're ready to advance to the next round. They don't really have to play too hard in that third game, but still looking forward to checking it out. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I want to do an update, at least a weekly update, because if I would just wait till the end of the Olympics, there'll probably be too many names to mention, because there have been already gold medals and many medals won so far. I'm pretty sure the USA is leading in the total number of medals. I think some other places like Japan and some other places have a couple more golds than Team USA, but they're still down the list when it comes to total medals as well. I think we're already like around 15 or something like that as of Sunday night. So I will try to do an update about that of all the sports that at least Team USA gets a medal in. And it looks like ex-USC wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, Drake London, did miss practice or was taken out of practice due to exhaustion due to heat. So yeah, a little bit of heat exhaustion. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Was able to get some fluids, get over it, and yeah, it could be hot down there in the summer for Georgia and all that stuff. So yeah, like I said, hopefully he gets through it. So I think he will be a nice sneaky pick in fantasy football. So hoping for the best for the ex-USC Trojan. Then another ex-USC Trojan, Boogie Ellis, he had signed or was given an opportunity to try to make the roster for the Sacramento Kings during Summer League. Looks like he did enough to where he was able to sign some type of new deal, but it's still him competing for that last roster spot. So I don't think it was like a two-way deal or any certain type of thing like that. It was still just another way for him to get in, at least into the system, at least somewhat on the roster to hopefully try to stick on there after training camp and all that. So hopefully he has a chance. We'll see. Another ex-USC Trojan was traded there, DeMar DeRozan, so we'll see how that goes. And I think even Jordan McLaughlin, another ex-USC point guard, is there too. So hopefully they'll be able to help him stay on the team. And then Chargers rookie Junior Colson, I think I had mentioned pretty recently that he left practice a couple weeks ago due to some type of illness. And it looks like they finally said that it was due to like his appendix and he had to go get an appendectomy. I guess they called it that. It's when it gets taken out of him. So yeah, it sucks. My girlfriend went through that stuff. I think even her gallbladder too had to get taken out at the same time. That's what happens when Mexicans eat too much spicy foods. But yeah, I guess the time I saw her right before she went into hospital, she was feeling pretty woozy and wasn't able to keep anything down. And I guess that heat that day didn't help either. But yeah, they had to pretty much take it out right away. And yeah, it's anybody could get that surgery done. It's a little bit of a process to try to come back. It probably off your feet for about a week or so, but then after that you're pretty much back to normal. It's just kind of monitoring the type of spices and grease and all that stuff that you're eating. So either way, he should be fine. He's a rookie, he's a young guy, just got to change up his diet habits and he should be ready to go, hopefully back in practice for the training camp that's going to be ramping up pretty soon for the LA Chargers. And PFF did a recent ranking of their top defensive tackles in college football right now heading into the 2025 NFL draft, and it looks like USC's Bear Alexander is number 6 on that list, even though if he was probably at another school and all this other stuff, he'd probably be ranked a couple spots higher, but hopefully he will have a good enough season to push him back up into the top 5 and maybe even higher. So yeah, good luck to him. And then PFF did also release some stuff. I think it said like when it comes to the most championships in college football, USC is up there pretty high. They're tied 3rd overall with 7, which is pretty cool. So hopefully they'll be able to add another one here pretty soon. But they also put up when a team is ranked number 1 in the preseason before the college football season starts. I believe USC is up there on number 4 on that list with 7 times being ranked number 1. I think the most recent one, it had to be that Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, is it 2005 or 2006? I forget. I always remember the Rose Bowl, so I guess that happened in 2006, which is the beginning of the year, so I guess it must be the 2005 season. But I also forget, too, if that Matt Barkley team, when he came back for his senior year with Robert Woods and Marquise Lee, if they were ranked number 1, that might have been the more recent number 1. I could be wrong, but either way, it's one of those two. So yeah, hopefully to get this team ranked up high. I know they have been ranked pretty high. I think like definitely top 10 with Caleb right before the season and all that stuff, but never number 1. So hopefully they'll be able to get up there. That's all I could ask for. And then yeah, July 28th, as I'm recording this right now, on Sunday night, it is not only my father's birthday, was able to celebrate with him on Saturday, which is pretty cool, but then also it's Independence Day for Peru, which I'm half Peruvian along with Mexican as well, even though I look like a gringo. But yeah, today I wore my Peru shirt as well, so it's pretty cool to celebrate both heritages, and yeah, definitely very proud to be both Peruvian and Mexican and still look like a gringo, so I guess I could fit in anywhere when the apocalypse happens. So thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.